Hey y'all, you barbershop conversations, man. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. Follow me on Instagram, SILENTHEROS. That's how I'm teaching my son words. As you guys can hear, my family upstairs. Um, but I'm gonna do this video before I go upstairs, and I don't mind if y'all disagree with me or put in the comment section, hit my DM. I love the engagement. All right. But I just want to make one thing clear and one thing clear on. I'm a man of pragmatics. I'm not a man of. I make haste decisions. I'm not perfect, but my metaphor of the weekend. If you cut off both sides of the margins on each piece of the paper, that 70-80% of the paper is what people typically are. And I'm typically pragmatic. And as I told you guys, you don't shoot up Floyd Mayweather's team by accident. Now, I should preface this video and say, I absolutely admire Floyd Mayweather. Like, he is literally a billionaire that I can literally touch. And every time I walk into a white man's office, I can say I did a movie on Floyd Mayweather and he co-signed it. And that gives me leverage. That gives me some sort of leverage. So for the rest of my life and my son's life, because he's going to be EP in he's going to be one of the executive producers on everything that I do and everything that I create. The Hawthorne legacy, whether it's a 0.5% or whether it's 50% or whether it's 100%, Floyd Mayweather will be an asset in my professional development and my professional career. So I'm not, by no means am I being haste. I admire Floyd, and Floyd knows this. I'm talking about pragmatics in the streets. And y'all motherfuckers coming down like, oh my, I shouldn't be doing. No. Nigga, calm your ass down, fasten your seatbelt, and I'm uncertain what y'all backgrounds are. Maybe or maybe not. You may or may not not know what goes on in the streets. But I'm gonna tell you this: you don't shoot up a car and then chase them down the street by accident. That's like, how often does someone walk up to you and punch you in the face by accident? How often does that happen? It happens, but it's a very small percentage, right? So, as I said, you cut off the margins. And that's what typically happens 70-80% of the time. Now, 70-80% of the time, there was malice beforehand. This was a plan, whether it was a 10-minute plan, a 10-hour plan, or a 10-day plan. The intentions was to go after Floyd Mayweather's team. And I don't know why are we so bamboozled or so angry? Like, I'm not a Floyd Mayweather apologist at all. I am a real man. And you guys must I am my own man. I respect Floyd, I admire Floyd, but when something like this happens in the street, it is a great transition to talk about a real life epidemic in our community. Now, Floyd is the catcher, right? Floyd is the candy. But this video is the medicine, and I want you guys to fully understand where I'm coming from. All right. Now, I don't know who did it or what did it, but I know I'm just being pragmatic. If I get caught shooting a gun, right? If I get caught shooting a gun, that's attempted murder, right? And then if you shoot 4 or 5, 6 shots, they add on, I don't know what the years are in Atlanta or in Georgia, in the state of Georgia, but they add on years for every bullet that you shot. That's an attempted murder. So only God knows. So if I'm going to shoot somebody, the intentions obviously is to get the head, right? And that's typically what we see it in every gangster movie. We see it in Sugar Hill, most notable. Everyone uses that line from New Jack City. CMB ain't got nothing on me, right? You go after the head. It wasn't me, it was him. It was pointed at, was it Chris Williams? Was it Christopher Williams? I'll be sure. I forget. I'm drawing a blank. But you guys know that scene. That is probably one of the top 20 scenes of 1990 black cinema, right? And at the end of the day, the Atlanta police confirmed what you guys call my suspicions. These aren't suspicions. I live this life every day. I'm not a part of this life, but it's around me, right? Whether I cut on the news or whether I drive down Florence, whether I drive down Crenshaw, whether I drive down Figueroa, Vermont, Hoover, these are streets in LA, right? These are streets that I must drive down every day, right? I'm at the red light on 54th and Normandy today, and a guy makes a beer run. Literally walks out the 54th Street Market, runs in his car, and sped off with 2 cases of beers. And I'm like, this guy is on a beer run. So at the end of the day, man, you guys can't be that sensitive as it relates to Floyd, or even, and feel free to disagree with me. Feel free. I didn't read all you guys' comments. I read maybe half of them, and a portion of you guys disagree with me, and 2 people hit me in my DM on Instagram, and I'm unwavering on my belief. I don't waste time convincing you what to believe. I just present it, and that's it, and I carry on. I don't, because I don't meddle in trying to convince people. I just present it, and that's it, and that's all you can do. And at the end of the day, everything that I said in that first video proved to be true. Atlanta Police Department said it was intentional. It was not by accident that they shot at Floyd Mayweather's, one of Floyd Mayweather's 3 cars. And I thank God Greg is going to be safe. You know, hopefully it's no broken bones. Hopefully, I don't know what's the lowest level of gunshot wounds it could be, but I hope that it is. I've never been shot. I've been shot at. I'll tell that story in another video. But man, y'all are emotional when it comes to Floyd Mayweather. I don't get. Floyd Mayweather is the same man as me, same man as your uncle, same man. I mean, he's great in the ring. He's made $1 billion, but you guys got to segue to real life. He's not immune. He's not immune to real life issues, real life saga, real life blessings, positive or negative. He's still human. Always remember this: through yourself, you know others. All right. Floyd Mayweather is the candy. This message is the medicine. All right. Fully understand where I'm coming from. All right. And at the end of the day, these streets are, man. I mean, I never lived in the streets. I'm not even gonna kid you, but I say it in all these videos I do this on. That's not me. But I've lived it to a certain degree, you know. I told you guys about my cousins already. You know, drugs and alcohol was rampant in my family. I get it. And the streets will come get you if you, I don't know who the culprit is, but the streets will come get you if you owe them. If they feel you owe them, they gonna come get you. I have no one knocking on my door 9, 10 o'clock at night. I can go freely where I want. You understand? But I'm conscious. I'm not no fool. I've never driven, this is how pragmatic I am. I've never driven my Bentley to any of my properties. Never in my life. Never. And I never will. Well, I'm about to sell it anyway, but but you guys get what I'm saying? I've been owning property quite some time. I'm not stupid. And you guys can't side on being naive. You can't go to a judge in any court in America and side on naive. It doesn't work. And in real life, you guys can't side on being naive if you're grown. This is a grown man channel we're working with. All right, I'm talking grown man facts on this channel. All right, and Jay-Z says, I did that so you don't have to go through this. All right, and that's basically what I'm saying. Floyd Mayweather is the example. And here's the irony. If this example was Zab Judah, oh man, oh, he probably owes somebody some money, right? But because it's Floyd Mayweather, you guys are so emotionally attached to Floyd Mayweather that you're unrealistic on the reality. And that's what's, you know, and that's what gets it. Oh, I'll digress and finish the story. I won't drive my Bentley to my property. I drive my Honda. You guys see me in my Honda doing all my videos. I drive my Honda every goddamn day, you know, and I do my work in my Honda, and I have a truck where I deliver supplies. My handyman has a truck. We meet at Home Depot. We meet at the property, and we do what we do. But I have never in my life, I told you guys in my videos that sometimes I want to go out, and I end up just taking a Honda because it's hard for me to transition, and that's another reason why I'm getting a Tesla. You know what I mean? I got 2 trunks. You know, I can keep literally a whole wardrobe in my Tesla, so I can just transition into every facet of my life. Because I go from the boxing gym to being a handyman, and sometimes I got press conferences. Like tomorrow, we got Leo Santa Cruz, Abner Mares. So, um, it's bath time. You hear the family going crazy upstairs. So I'm gonna help them give bath. But you guys got to side on the pragmatics. Don't side on being naive. That doesn't work in any court in America. You can't side on being naive. You understand? Side on pragmatics, common sense. And I'll illustrate this one last time, and I'm off this subject until something new comes up. They pulled up to the car and they shot multiple times. Clue number one, pulled up. Clue number one, shot multiple times. Clue number two. Clue number three, they chased the cars until they got away. Clue number three telling facts to let you know that there was intent. It wasn't by accident. It was a hit. I don't know what your definition of hit is. You guys watch too many mafia movies. It was a hit on Floyd Mayweather's team. All right, and I'm extraordinarily happy that they got out with quote unquote minimal damage. I don't want to minimize what happened to Greg. All right. But I'm happy that this didn't happen, and we have to move forward and understand pragmatics. Y'all motherfuckers get emotional about Floyd. God damn. Y'all get so wrapped up around the name Floyd Mayweather. I understand what he's done for you guys Saturday nights, whether you guys made a lot of money on him betting or he's your hero. I get it. He's somebody's hero. I get it. But at the end of the day, he's a man just like us. He bleeds just like me. As he says Saturday, I have the right to contradict myself. I have the right to be wrong. I have the right to be right. And he's a man. I admire Floyd, but at the end of the day, this video is not about Floyd. This video is about our hood, our neighborhood. All right? This video is about, 7 out of 10 Americans are living paycheck to paycheck, right? I've lived paycheck to paycheck for the majority of my life. I live paycheck to paycheck. So I fully grasp it, right? I understand it, right? And at the end of the day, we must understand the realities of life. All right. And the realities of life is people do not shoot up a car multiple times and then chase you by accident. All right. Now, this is a great segue to talking about reality that goes on in the streets. You cannot double cross the streets consistently. I'm not saying Floyd has done this. I'm not being reckless with Floyd. I'm just telling you the game, what goes on in the street. You got to keep your name clean in the streets. All right. 78 told an eloquent story about how the streets will come back and get you about the girl, and he was hooking up with this girl, and they end up getting him. They jumped him of some sorts, and then he said, "Vengeance is mine," and we'll leave the story at that. So it's a 78 is gonna do a great video on this. Black Fight fans gonna do a great video on this when they calm down and grasp all the details. I can't wait to hear it, because I know y'all looking at me like you don't know shit about the streets, and you know what? You have the right to believe that, because I haven't portrayed that image, right? I haven't told you guys that, I'm a college graduate. I'm a cornball. I get it. I'm well read. I know that's you guys' perception of me. So me talking about the streets in this manner, how the fuck can you talk about the streets? You wasn't in the streets selling drugs, moving weight. I wasn't. I wasn't. I wasn't. At the end of the day, I was. I've seen it, but I didn't. Right? I may have walked down the street with something in my backpack before, a couple of books in my back, quote unquote books in my backpack, to deliver it to somebody. I mean, that's the extent of me, unbeknownst, just wanting to hang out with my cousins. I was a little kid. I wouldn't do that now as an adult, but oh man, that's the point I'm trying to make. So you guys may see me as like, I'm not quote unquote qualified, and that's fair. I receive all of that. No lie. I receive all of that. You have every right to say, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Fair enough. Go to 78's page. Listen to his Tales of a Hustler. I wish you would put one out every goddamn day. You understand what I'm saying? Black Fight Fan need to start doing these videos, because I was all ears last week or 2 weeks ago when he was talking about how he had to take different routes to go home. I'm sitting there like, damn, I hope this video don't end. I hope he gives me the punchline. You get what I'm saying? So, everyone tells their story. Everyone tells their truth. All right, and that's my truth. I'm not that dude. I've seen it. I'm just not physically that dude. All right, and so when they grasp this, I should text them like, man, y'all got to do a full-fledged story on this and talk about the streets and how it's just revengeful. They don't care who you are. Look at Charlie Wilson, man. If you guys don't know the story about Charlie Wilson here in LA, the streets have no mercy on you. Darryl Strawberry, they gonna come get you if you owe them money. Eric Davis, they gonna come get you if you owe. They don't care if you can hit 300 home runs and you're the first pick in the Major League Baseball draft, and everybody knows you in LA. They don't, man. Freeway Rick Ross is coming to get his money. All right, and at the end of the day, that's the reality of the streets, man. And it's a sad truth, but that's the realities of it. And but as I digress back into everyone being healthy, I'm glad. Hopefully Floyd left. Obviously, the police is going to question him at some point. But you guys need to go refresh it. Look at all the stories. I actually went to TMZ. TMZ is such a reliable source. And I remember when it came out, I was like, I ain't watching no damn TMZ. But now they're so reliable, man. They pay people $100 as soon as it happened. Hey, give me what you got. $200. Give me what you got. Everyone is a TM. If you have a cell phone, you are a TMZ reporter. If you are there, you got some footage, call TMZ. They'll pay you for the footage, and they'll say TMZ has the footage. And that's basically how it goes, man. I remember one time I had some footage. They wanted to give me some $5,000 for it, and I told them no. I didn't do it. I kept the footage because he was a black man, and I didn't want to sell him out for I could have used the $5,000, but I just didn't. So, anyways, man, it was a famous person, and he violated his parole or probation. And I said, I'm not gonna be the one to take him down. Although I wouldn't have got credit because they would have paid me $5,000 and then put the TMZ stamp on it. But yeah, man. So that's just basically it, man. Hopefully you guys wisen up, lighten up. I'm glad Floyd is safe. The attack was intentional. And don't get my tone with being sympathetic or empathetic. I'm not. I'm just you got to speak this way to men sometimes. You know what I mean? I don't always come with this tone, obviously, but you got to, man. And I don't debate my truths. My truths are undebatable. So if you want to debate me on my truth, it's not going to happen. All right, a couple of you guys sent me messages. I'm not going to debate it. I'm just going to tell you it's what I believe. That's it. I don't debate my truth. I don't debate that I'm 5'7" and black. No, I am who I am. I'm not going to debate your perception of me. I'm going to present myself to you. That's it. And you interpret it the way you want to interpret it. That's it. So I consider myself great. You may consider me good. You may consider me an asshole. You may consider me a piece of shit. All those are true to some degree at some level in my life. Maybe I'm too pragmatic. Maybe I'm, you know what I mean? But I tell you one thing, as it relates to this YouTube stuff, I'm going to live full and die empty. I'm going to give you guys everything I can possibly give you. And that's real. You know what I mean? I hold no punches as it relates to that. I think that I think my journey is something that can inspire people. Inspire and encourage people at the end of the day. And but it just strikes me as odd when something happens to Floyd Mayweather. Oh, you can't talk about it. Yeah, you can talk about it. There's nothing wrong with talking about Floyd. Floyd knows I respect him. Floyd knows I admire him. But we must understand the realities of the street code. That's all I'm saying. And that's it. So, anyways, man, barbershop conversations. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. How would Deontay Wilder say barbershop conversations? Feel free to hit the subscribe button. I'm, I'm asking. I'm asking her to give me a drop, man. That would be cool. Anyway, I got so much love for Deontay Wilder. You know what I mean? And as I told you guys, I have to respect for it. As I gave you guys example in the video, I have to. You know, Floyd May, I, I'm not gonna be able to quantify how much he's helped me professionally. I can't quantify that. I don't know because it's gonna be going on the rest of my life. So that's just basically it, man. But I want people to learn from this, right? If this was Zab Judah as opposed to Floyd Mayweather, you guys wouldn't have cared, right? You guys wouldn't at all. You guys wouldn't have cared. You guys would say, "Oh yeah, that sounds like Zab Judah. He ain't been the same since Costa Zoo knocked him out and he went crazy on the ref, right? He ain't been the same. He deserves it. I bet you guys, right? All right. And don't say no, no, no. I know so. I know so because I've seen it. So, anyways, man, barbershop conversations, man. Feel free to hit the subscribe button and talk to you soon. Peace.